बांग्लादेश की हालत बहुत ख़राब है। शेख हसीना इस्तीफ़ा करके देश छोड़ दिया उन्होंने। अमेरिका ने उनको वीज़ा देने से भी इनकार कर दिया है और लगता है उनकी भी परेशानी देश के बाहर भी बढ़ने जा रही है। देश के बाहर भी उनको रेस्ट नहीं मिलने वाला है, वो परेशान होने वाली है। वही हालत बांग्लादेश के अंदर बहुत बुरी हालत है। वहाँ पर लूट पाट जम के हो रही है। और भी विस्तार से बात करेंगे जो वहाँ हो रहा है इस वीडियो में। आप इस वीडियो को पूरा देखें। नमस्कार, मैं नंदन सिंह बिष्ट। आप देख रहे हैं इमेम दस्तावेज। अगर आप इस वीडियो को YouTube चैनल पर देख रहे हैं और चैनल पर नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, बेल का आइकन भी दबाएं। अगर आप इसको फेसबुक पेज पर देख रहे हैं तो पेज को लाइक करें। अगर आप इसको इंस्टाग्राम पर देख रहे हैं तो हमें फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करते रहें। ट्वीट किया है जो भारत के राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा सलाहकार है अजीत डोभाल, उन्होंने एक ट्वीट करके एक वीडियो शेयर किया है और उसमें लिखा है कि इंदिरा गांधी कल्चरल सेंटर है ढाका में और उसको जलाकर इंदिरा गांधी का जो नाम है वो भी जला दिया गया है। हमने लिखा है कि जिसने तुम्हें बनाया उसका नाम ही जला दिया। ये किसी का सगे नहीं, क्या इन पर भरोसा किया जा सकता है। हालात ये है कि अब उनको ये पता नहीं है कि बांग्लादेश बनाने में इंदिरा गांधी का कितना हाथ रहा और जो वहाँ पर उनके नाम से जो कल्चर सेंटर बना था उसको जला दिया और इंदिरा गांधी का नाम जला दिया। कुल मिला के देश की संपत्ति को जलाया और ये किसी के सगे नहीं हो सकते। जो भी नुकसान कर रहे हैं वो अपने देश का कर रहे हैं, अपना कर रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री कार्यालय को लूटा गया है आंदोलनकारियों ने, जिन्हें आंदोलनकारी बताया जा रहा है। उनके तरह तरह के वीडियो जा रहे हैं। एक आज बयान दिया विदेश मंत्री डॉक्टर एस जयशंकर ने लोकसभा में और उन्होंने उसमें बांग्लादेश की हालात के बारे में बताया।
Recent developments pertaining to Bangladesh. As honorable members are aware, India-Bangladesh relations have been exceptionally close for many decades over many governments. Concern about recent violence and instability there is shared across the political spectrum. Speaker sir, since the election in January 2024, there has been considerable tension, deep divides, and growing polarization in Bangladesh politics. This underlying foundation aggravated a student agitation that started in June this year. There was growing violence, including attacks on public buildings and infrastructure, as well as traffic and rail obstruction. The violence continued through the month of July. Throughout this period, we repeatedly counseled restraint and urged that the situation be diffused through dialogue. Similar urgings were made to various political parties, political forces with whom we were in touch. Speaker sir, despite the Supreme Court judgment on 21 July, there was no let-up in the public agitation. Various decisions and actions taken thereafter only exacerbated the situation. The agitation at this stage coalesced around a one-point agenda, that is that Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina should step down. On 4th August, events took a very serious turn. Attacks on police, including police stations, and government installations intensified even as overall levels of violence greatly escalated. Properties of individuals associated with the regime were torched across the country. What was particularly worrying was that minorities, their businesses, and temples also came under attack at multiple locations. The full extent of this is still not clear. Speaker sir, on 5th August, demonstrators converged in Dhaka despite the curfew. Our understanding is that after a meeting with leaders of the security establishment, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina apparently decided to resign. At very short notice, she requested approval to come for the moment to India. We simultaneously received a request for flight clearance from the Bangladesh authorities. She arrived yesterday evening in Delhi. Speaker, sir, the situation in Bangladesh is still evolving. The Army Chief, General Waqaruzzaman, addressed the nation on 5th August. He spoke about assuming responsibility and constituting an interim government. We are in close and continuous touch with the Indian community in Bangladesh through our diplomatic missions. There are an estimated 19,000 Indian nationals who usually live there, of which about 9,000 are students. The bulk of the students, however, have already returned to India in the month of July on the advice of the High Commission. In terms of our diplomatic presence, in addition to the High Commission in Dhaka, we have Assistant High Commissions in Chittagong, Rajshahi, Khulna and Sylhet. It is our expectation that the host government will provide the required security protection for these establishments. We look forward to their normal functioning once the situation stabilizes. Speaker, sir, we are also monitoring the situation with regard to the status of minorities. There are reports of initiatives by various groups and organizations to ensure their protection and well-being. We welcome that. We welcome that and will naturally remain deeply concerned till law and order is visibly restored. Our border guarding forces have also been instructed to be exceptionally alert in view of this complex situation. Speaker, sir, in the last 24 hours, we have been in regular touch with the authorities in Dhaka. This is the situation as of now. I seek the understanding and support of the House in regard to sensitive issues regarding an important neighbor on which there has always been strong national consensus. Thank you.
के बाद बताया जा रहा है कि वहाँ पर एक सर्वदलीय बैठक हुई इस मामले में, बांग्लादेश के मामले को लेकर, और आम आदमी के सांसद, राज्यसभा सांसद संजय सिंह ने एक वीडियो शेयर किया है।
उन्होंने वहाँ जो हालात हैं उसके बारे में बताया, और क्योंकि ऐसी परिस्थितियों में हम लोगों को सरकार का साथ देना होता है और राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा से जुड़ा हुआ मसला है, इसलिए हमने कोई क्वेरी भी नहीं की। जो उनका स्टेटमेंट था सारे अपोजिशन ने उसको ध्यान से सुना। लेकिन सबसे बड़ी अफसोस की बात यह है कि क्या राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा के मसले पर भी राजनीति हावी होगी? आज अगर सर्वदलीय बैठक हुई, आम आदमी पार्टी जो एक राष्ट्रीय दल है, 10 सांसद राज्यसभा में हैं, 3 सांसद लोकसभा में हैं, राष्ट्रीय पार्टी हैं हम, और हमारी पार्टी के प्रतिनिधि को आपने नहीं।
मोदी सरकार की विदेश नीतियों की आलोचना करते हुए संसद में पिछले कार्यकाल में कहा था, वो आज बहुत वो हो रहा है, वायरल हो रहा है।
Do not be under any illusion. Do not underestimate the force that is standing in front of you. Do not underestimate the power that stands in front of us. Do not underestimate it. You have brought Pakistan and China together, and this is the single biggest crime that you could commit against the people of India. China has a clear vision, and I can clearly see, without any confusion in my mind, that China has a plan. China has a plan. I can see without any doubt that the Chinese, please, we are all nationalists, so let us discuss properly. I can see that China has a clear-cut plan. The foundations of their plan have been put in place in Doklam and in Ladakh. Do not underestimate what we are facing. This is a very, very serious threat to the Indian nation. This is a very, very serious threat to the Indian nation. We have made huge strategic mistakes in Jammu and Kashmir. We have made huge strategic mistakes in our foreign policy. And if we do not correct those mistakes, what are the mistakes? I have just told you. You have brought China and Pakistan together. You have brought China and Pakistan together. You have taken the concept of two different fronts and converted it into one unified front. And by the way, in case you haven't realized it, in case you haven't understood what's going on, it is very clear that the Chinese and the Pakistanis are planning Look at the weapons that they are buying. Look at their activity. Look at the way they are talking. Look at who they are speaking to. I am clearly stating in the House of Parliament that we have made a massive blunder, and we need to make sure, absolutely sure, that we can defend ourselves against the Chinese. Please remember what I'm saying, because the Chinese will act. Remember what I'm saying, and remember that you will be responsible for anything that happens. That is why it is important that as a nation we start this conversation. It is important as a nation that you listen to what we say, because we have experience, we have understanding. You might not think so, but we have people on this side who understand these things, have great understanding. Use us. Use us. I can see that some of you are understanding what I'm saying. I'm happy. I can see. So these are the 3 points I wanted to make today. The nation is now at risk. The nation is at risk. The nation is at risk from outside. From inside. The nation is at risk from inside. And that is a very dangerous place for a nation to be. And I don't like it. I'm very uncomfortable with my nation, with my beloved country standing where it is standing. Completely isolated on the outside, fighting on the inside, institutions captured, states not able to speak to each other. This worries me. It frightens me for my country. And so that is why I thought it was important that I speak today. I know that many of you will just rubbish what I'm saying. I understand it. That's what you've been told to do. And I'm happy to let you do it. But remember what I said. You are putting this nation, this wonderful nation and its people at huge risk. Stop. Thank you.
से 4 साल पहले का वीडियो है, वो बहुत ज़्यादा वायरल हो रहा है और सरकार ने इस चीज़ को गंभीरता से नहीं लिया। आपकी इन सब पर क्या राय है? आप अपनी टिप्पणी में जरूर लिखना।
ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर करें ताकि बाकी लोगों तक भी ये जानकारी पहुंच सके। हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना बिल्कुल ना भूलें और हमारी वीडियोस को सबसे पहले देखने के लिए बेल आइकन को भी जरूर प्रेस करें।